This is Gabriel Gonzalez, and I am here with the current reigning, but I guess now former LFA middleweight champion, Gregory Rodrigues, who on Friday defeated Josh Fremd for the middleweight championship in LFA and will now be making his UFC debut next Saturday. Gregory, I imagine it's been a wild few days. I want to start at the beginning. Let's go back to the fight. You're in there, first round against Josh Fremd, and you just looked fantastic. We know you're you're known for your grappling, but your striking was just phenomenal. How did you feel in the fight?
Thank you. Man, so first of all, just want to say thank you, Gabriel. Always give you the opportunity. We start talking, and I like that you with me since then. Then I started fight and Smash Global and everything. But yeah, I'm very happy with this fight. I don't was expecting like it was so fast. And I was ready for 5 minute round, 5 rounds, 5 minute rounds. I know Josh. I might much respect looking for Josh. Josh Friend is a young fighter and tough boy, but I was very ready for this bout, and I put my focus, my hard work, and Sanford MMA for the guys that helped me a lot, Henry Hoof, my coach Daniel Mendes, and all my training partners. So I always feel so confident, so calm, I know I can knock people out. I know I have power in my hands. My background, jiu-jitsu, I didn't show. I didn't show it too much, but yeah, I'm very happy, man. Like God was great with me. I I know, like I said before, for the guys would comment the fight and Ron and the guys, the LFA comments, and then I said they said what they what do you think about this fight? I said, man, I can knock him out. I can knock him out, but I don't expect it. That's the truth, and just happened. I just put in my work. I was so relaxed, you know. Uh, that was my two last fights, the belt fight and one fight before. I was thinking, man, I want to enjoy it. I want to live there. I want to be inside the cage. I want to feel if he touch me. I really, I want to relax because before it was so stressful, so pressure on myself. I was trying to put a pressure on me. Everybody said, no, you are promised, you're gonna be there, and then, but I was the only person. I didn't see me like that, and for I don't see me like that, I put a pressure on me for becoming this person, and everybody talking about, and that's not what's good, and if you someone's gonna hear that, man, don't do this for yourself, that's not healthy for your mind, for your body, and this couple fights I did, I was, want to enjoy, relax, and I said, man, I love to fight, I love to train. I just go in there. I don't know the result. I don't care about that. I'm just want to fight. And when I relax, look at what I am in right now. So, I yeah, and I want to let you talk. And I know you have a lot of questions for me, but just want to say that because that's true. That's what I changed. I changed. A couple months ago, I changed my mind, and I started, see the results about that.
I mean, I want to talk about that because I do believe a big part of that, moving to Florida, moving to Sanford MMA, just making that life change. You've just, in these last two fights, you've looked so much more comfortable, and I want to talk about that. You've been, at the end of last year, it was a little tough, the Contender Series, the fight did not go your way. Can you
Yeah,
talk about now, when you go through that and you rebuild yourself and they put
yeah.
that LFA belt around you? I know there's probably no words, but try your best. What is it like after everything you went through and you get that knockout and they declare you new LFA middleweight champion? What was that like?
Yeah, yeah, Gabriel, you saw what it, some of the person was close to me, you and my friends, saw what happened, and nobody know like behind it, the cameras behind it and everything, what happened. And after this fight, the contenders, my mind was like I was so frustrated. and thinking about stop to fight, thinking about like give up, like that's not for me. I get my chance and I didn't make it, and it was so crazy. A lot of thoughts on my mind, but man, like I believe in God. I believe, I really believe in it. I live in it. I not just believe, I live it. But I have a lot of people, help me out to find my way and to come back. And one of the things happened. The first change they did, I went to King's MMA, and Rafael Cordeiro and all the guys there. They did amazing work with me. I miss them a lot. I miss Black House as well. But I think like that was a new step in my life after this fight, after the fight in the Contenders, and then I was set up and everything to move down Florida. But I didn't move here to training. The people think, oh, you moved to for Sanford. No, no, I didn't move it here for that. I moved here because my friends in Brazil was here. They started church in here. My church in Brazil, they started here, and I come to help them out. That's why I come to Florida, and then because I know my place. I know where they're coming from, and I say, man, I'm gonna move to Florida. I'll live my life to God, and even if you wanna keep and fight, I will keep and fight. But not just. I'm not gonna do it by myself, you know. And that's what it changed. That's what the key turned it on my head, and it said, man, relax, It's like do what I need to do your best, but don't worry about everything, And fight for LFA belt for me was the thing. It's so far away. That was one of my goals, but I think, man, I need to so many fights. I have some friends that fight a lot in LFA. They never fight for the belt, and to get this chance, I said, God, you with me. I believe in that. I can do it. I can do it. And the guys in Sanford MMA, they opened the door for me. Henry Hoof come. He knew me a long time ago with Rashad Evans, and man, he come. That was not just the training. The training is amazing, But I trained good in all the gyms I was before, But it was the change. I saw they are a family. The people received me so well. I was coming from lose, and they hugged me, man. Let's go. You can do it. Greg Jones, Henry Hoof, Hung La, and Steve, a lot of guys there help support me. And then I said, man, I can do it. And my people in the church, and they say, let's go, let's gonna do it. And Ed Soares called me, give me the opportunity to fight in the tournament. I was so grateful for that. And then they changed my opponent. A lot of things going on. I was supposed to fight in February. I fought in March. Josh was already in the finals. And I just like that, man, there's so many things to keep in think. I'm just going to do step by step. My focus now is a 1% in this part here. I'll do my 1% here and every day, and then we get better. So, you see, like, it's a process, Even think with me, if I stop, if I don't have this support, if I don't believe in something, for sure I will stop. My wife was in peace. I get my peace in my wife and I put in the car and like, let's go Florida. I don't know what happened. No job, no house, nothing. Just to say, man, that's the place I need to go. I know God is gonna put me there. And I come, and I become a champion now. But that might change who I am, because I know where I was before, and I don't want to go back to the place, And so, man, God is great. That's what I can say. We just need to live in a life and believe in something powerful, and everything can change it so quickly, Gabriel. Man, I don't have a word to say, but I know my story. I know my testimony. I know where I am right now, what I live right now, but my feet is on the ground. And that's it. I just want to go to the next step and learn a lot from that. And now I can say the loss I get it and the Contender Series was necessary. Everybody can say, "No, man, it was so like terrible. You lose." But now I can look back and say, "Man, that was necessary, for my life. That was necessary for them growing up and become a man, a real man." And I'm grateful for that fight. I'm grateful for that happen. I'm grateful to lose in my life, because that now was a lose. Some people they think if they lose, the fight's not gonna tell you if you are a champion or not. No, that's not changing that. The fight's just the hard part. When you lose or when you win, it's gonna teach you something. But you can be a champion without the belt, without the everything, without the win. You can live like that. That's what my thing. I was coming from lose, but I started living like a champion, and the champions just come. The belt that's gonna come. You know.
Can I ask Gregory, because you always fought well before, before Contender Series, and you obviously worked hard. You're a very talented fighter. How would you
Thank
say that you have changed at Sanford MMA? For people who only saw you on Contender, you've now been working with Henry Hooft and names like Ong La and Impa Kasanganay and all these other guys at Sanford for a while now.
So yeah, like in all my career, and I know I have something special. You know, I can see that. That's why I'm here right now. But they're not was just like it's special because I have a talent and stuff like that. But I working hard for it. I working really hard. But the most of the fighters when they started, they think it's the 100% it's in the body conditioner, it's a training conditioner, but it's not. It's not. Is maybe your body needs to be great, your body needs to be good, but if your mind, your spirit's not ready for it, if you don't know this part, in your mind, you can be 100% ready in the body, but something can happen. You don't have, of course, we're never gonna have the control about the fight, but we can have the control. I can control myself. I can control my actions. So before I was so aggressive, going and going, going, going. But not. But sometimes that's what I said. Sometimes on all of my fights before, I fought, but I didn't remember how was the fight. How was the fight? I need to see the video after. I was so emotional. I was so like, you know, uh, 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 um, adrenaline on my body, and I give like was a good fighter, but my thought is, man, I didn't give my 100%. I didn't give it nothing who I am. And what a change when I moved here, not just for moving Sanford. Sanford like was it's very important to me right now. But before that, like in King's MMA, even in Black House. But here I can see, young fighters, they become a UFC fighters and old fighters as well, legends. I can see the both different ways. And I can see how they training, how they pass with the first training time, and I like it to see that and keep learning with them. I hear that. I hear Nathan in my car. Brandon Vera is there. I can hear these guys, and they teach me a lot because they pass it the way I'm in right now. They are really far from me now, but they did it the same way. And I can see Impact and I feel and all these guys started this way, this Jordan again, this Jordan too. And I can see them and learn something from them, and that's changing for me. So now like in Sanford, like have almost like I think 7 or 8 middleweights in the UFC. Look how great they are. Look how great this is for me. So look at how much I can learn now, you know, and that's what I changed, for me. That's the change in my mind, and that's what the difference between this fight and the fights I did. So in this fight, I was there 100%. I can feel myself there. I can remember all the actions I did, all the thoughts, all the sometimes oh no, I need to wait a little bit more. No, now I need to go. No, now I know I can put my body in risk. Even if guy felt my hand, I can't. So you saw it. I was so relaxed. I waited time and then come back and boom, I connected just like jab and cross and knocking out. I saw everything now. I can see that.
Gregory, I think the results speak for themselves in the cage. Obviously you've always been powerful and you've got great jiu-jitsu, but you can see it. Just your ability to stay calm, the way you're moving in the cage, the way you're reacting. It's very clear that the work you are doing at Sanford MMA is paying off. I want to go back because the fight happens on Friday. And then we hear on Monday, oh, Maki Patello is out, and Gregory Rodrigues is going to fight Dusko Tudorovic next
No,
Saturday in the UFC. I mean, talk to me about this. First off, when did they first call you to fight Dusko? Was it on?
they
Because
fight on the day after my fight, and I fight in Friday. I just hold my belt for a couple hours. On a Saturday night, I was celebrating with my friends in the church. My friend from the church did a barbecue, and my phone started ringing, and I said, "Oh, who called me right now?" And it was Eddie Suarez, one of my managers. He in Georgia, and he said, "Hey, how you feel?" And I said, "I feel great. No, I just started. I didn't sleep last night. I'm a champion." And he said, "Oh, did you sleep?" Yeah. And then he said, "Maybe probably you're not gonna sleep this night too, because you just signed it with the UFC." And I said, "What?" And yes, man, you'll sign it. You'll sign it. And man, like I didn't know. I didn't have the word to say something, and I just was happy and grateful, and I just started praying right away, and man, that's so great, that's one news that I think in every fighter wanna hear one day, if they don't in the UFC. So yes, I'm grateful, but like I said, my feet is on the ground. I'm just taking my time, get ready. I will fight in 2 weeks. It's short notice, but the fight in LFA was good. I didn't hurt myself. I'm healthy. I just need to take care now, like with one more cutaway for 185. But man, the only thing I am is I'm happy. I'm happy. I can't wait for fight, and let's gonna do it.
be honest, when you celebrate, did you eat a lot? Because it helps because you just fought, so okay, my weight is
Man,
still
right
low.
away, it come with the picanha, the meat, and then I said, no, I can't, no, no. But I know, I celebrate, Yeah, it was good. It was a good night.
They say everybody, it's like, oh, well, you're still on weight. It's like, man, we were eating all night. No, I'm not. But,
Yeah, man, was so good because like everybody there celebrate the belt. I was a champion, and then after when I turn it off the phone, and then I come and everybody like almost like 50 people in there. And I say, hey, everybody, stop, stop, stop. I have news. I have news. They're like, what happened now? You gonna be a dad? And then I say, man, I'm in the UFC right now. And everybody started screaming, and it was so good, man. It was so great. It come in the right time, I was with my people. They saw me rising up, and they received this news with me. It was so good. It was great. It was very great, It was in the right time.
well, that's certainly an amazing story to hear. Gregory, my final question. Let's talk the business. You know who
Mhm.
you're fighting. Obviously, he's been in the UFC, I think about 2 fights now. What are your thoughts on Dusko as an opponent and what he brings to the table as a mixed martial artist?
Yeah, I saw a couple of his fights in the UFC and the Contender Series as well. He's a good fighter, He's a good fighter. I respect all my opponents. I think he's not, he's not going the UFC for nothing. He's there for a reason. And like I said, I set the fight in 2 weeks notice. But I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's a great debut for me. A great opponent for my debut in the UFC. And yeah, I just can't wait that the best come from him because he lost his last fight, and I think he want to win now. He will fight for the win, but he's gonna face me, and I'm ready for everything. I'm still ready. Like I said, like always, I say that I'm not training for a fight. No, I don't do a camps. I just keep in training for all my life, for all the opportunities I have, and I'm ready and I'm happy. I know the only thing I can say is going to be a great fight. You know, and I supposed to fight this guy a long time. I think in 2017, probably. I was in Germany, and a guy there as a manager would try to manage me, and then he offered me fight in one contract for FFC. The final fight happened in Las Vegas, and the opponent was him. And I remember that when I saw him, and man, I know this guy. And it's crazy. Look, the world is so small. And then, but I didn't fight him. I didn't accept the contract, and now we're gonna fight in the UFC. So that's great. I saw him before. Maybe probably he know about me, and let's gonna see what's gonna happen. I don't care about it. I just want to fight. I it's crazy because I just fought 2 weeks ago, but my feeling is I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight again. I want to go there. I want to live this again, and that's make me happy. To think like that, and let's gonna do it.
Well, Gregory, I think when fans look at the matchup, a lot of people are going to say this is a very fun fight. Just the way you fight, the way he does, it's going to be a very good one on the card wherever they put it. And Gregory, we talked about it. I followed your career from, you weren't really fighting too much in LFA, and then it was a long time with the pandemic and Contender. So to just see your journey, just congratulations, because I do know
Thank
that it
you.
was quite a long trip for you to get here, and I'm just very glad that now so many more fans are going to be introduced to you in the UFC. So congratulations,
Thank
congratulations
you.
on winning the LFA title, congratulations on getting the call from the UFC, and really just best of luck once again next Saturday, June 5th in Vegas. You'll be fighting Dusko Tudorovic, so yeah, everybody make sure to tune into that. But yeah, Gregory, just thank you again for the time and best of luck, my friend. It's always a pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, and let's gonna do it. I gonna see you. I'm gonna see you next week.